And a warm welcome to one and all. And for those of you who not seen me before, my name is Langers, and I am the coffee-driven Scruffy trader. What I'm trying to do is kind of put trading in the real world. Maybe show you a trick or two along the way. So if that sounds good, please click that little subscribe button, smash the like. Genuinely helps, but more importantly, motivates me to do more of this. And what's this that we're up to? Well, if you've been following this series of videos, I started building up a small account, which is £500, compounding, with one setup, one trade each day on the DAX. And we are about 8 minutes from starting to look at the charts. Why 8 minutes? Because I start at 7 AM when the spreads tighten up, because before that costs a little bit too much for what we're after. So let me just pull my screens on and we'll start breaking down what we're looking at. Okay, now up to now, this is the scores. We've had 4 clean days running through. We're up to 59p a point is where we're at, and I'll fill that in at the end of this. And this is what we're looking at. Today we will be going short because the market conditions are telling me that, and we are trapped between 2 levels, which is reasonable, and that's about it. It's going to be relatively quick today because the parameters are tight, so we're not going to be going for a mass amount of pips, although we will have to sort of sit and wait a little bit. And who knows, with luck, the price will push up and get us a little bit of a better return, shall we say. So what I'll do is I'll pause the camera just now and I'll come back at 7 AM and we'll take it from there.
Well, we're waiting.
Okay guys, so we're coming into 7 o'clock. If I just sort of put that on there, you can sort of see it's 5 to 7. There we go. There is the upward burst that I was kind of after. Just going to let this run down a little bit. As I was saying, we are at 59p a unit, and we are going to be selling. So we'll just drop that in there. What have we got? Okay, well, there's not a great deal to play with at the moment. Why is that? Because the kind of first stage target to this is at the base of this green box. Kind of just drew a dotted line in there to highlight it. It's not very far. But I'm not going to chase the market, because you always let the market come to you. And in this instance, I'm going to let the first 5-minute candle close. I want to see if it will push up a little bit higher, just to kind of make it worth it, because I'm not going to put a big risk in for 3 or 4 pips. It's just, it's silly, really. So what we'll do, I'm just going to hold fire. I'll just leave the camera running so you can see me when I go to put in. If the price reverses from that candle and goes immediately under that, then this is nil and void. Why? It's just part of the rules, and it's kind of a non-plus event, if you like. But that is part of trading. You can't predict the market, or I'll rephrase that. You can't express your will on the market. Sometimes it just has a mind of its own. So it's pushing down into where it should have been. I want to see that move away and come back. So the gameplay for the next hour is to see if it can come up here somewhere and then reverse. But at this moment in time, it looks like it's kind of void. And that's it. So I'll just leave the camera rather than ramble on, and we shall see. Okay guys, so today is, well, non-plus, I guess is the easiest way to say it. So I suppose you'll be asking yourself, well, there's a move there, why didn't you take it? Very simple reason why I didn't take it. Didn't fall into the rule criteria of what I'm doing. And the next question I guess you'll be asking yourself is, so what on earth have you done the video for? You haven't made any money. How on earth am I going to bloody learn how to get a Lamborghini with that?
I don't know where you get your delusions, laser brain.
Well, there's a very good reason why I'm showing you the video. You can't win them all. You genuinely can't. And if I jumped into this trade, as this sort of setup is laid out, it wouldn't have been planned. It would have been gambling. And I am not in the market to be gambling. There is certain criteria that I'm looking at here. And if I was working zone to zone, using another different set of setups, shall we say, which is what I do for my normal day trading, then yes, this would fall under that criteria. However, I still wouldn't have taken the trade. And why is that? Because that criteria kicks in at 9 o'clock in the morning. And it is still outside of the rules for doing zone to zone. And that is the key element here. Rules. Sometimes a trade is just not to be. And one of the arts of trading is following the rules and going through an entire cycle. Now today it was set up, the idea was to get to this target point. It was too close to enter, and I certainly wasn't going to risk for 2 or 3 pips. And bear with me. Certainly wasn't going to risk it for 2 or 3 pips, because on the upside, the sort of risk factor side, at the top of the screen, or downside, whichever way you want to call it, the risk reward would have been too much. I don't mind having an inverse risk reward, but I want some decent meat in the reward, not just a sliver. And it's as simple as that. And the art of trading is not getting into a trade. At times the art of trade is knowing when not to trade. And if you're unsure and you can't see the conditions and your planets are not aligned, don't pull the trigger. Sit back and wait. And it's as simple as that. So today on the sheet will be marked scratch, nothing. We haven't lost anything, but we haven't made anything. So it's just one of those days. Do it again tomorrow and see how it goes. So bit of an odd one today, guys, but the one thing to take away from today's video is what I said, knowing when not to trade. So trade well, be risk managed, and above all, do what you love, and the money will follow.